I'm on my way on another beer adventure, but this time I'm really stepping out. I'm thinking about buying some property in San Antonio, but before I go, I have to know. Do they have good craft beer near? I don't want to assume. I have some friends there and recently attended their Brewology craft beer event at the Whitty Museum in San Antonio, and I made some new friends, as I tend to do, which leads me to this beer adventure. I'm going back to interview Dustin over at Cactus Land. He was really cool. He's going to give me some time. I'm going down to meet him and take some pictures, do an interview that's coming up next. I look forward to it. And I've talked to Bill a couple times. I'm going to go over to Freetail, take some pictures and hang out. Me and him's been in contact. We're going back and forth. I'll have to get back with him. It's my fault. I just can't get it scheduled. I'm going to go check out Long Tab. I don't know if I'll get over there or not, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So it's going to be a great trip. Look, I'm sure San Antonio has some fine craft breweries, but I'm not one to leave such important details to chance. I just can't do it. The beer situation has to be nailed down. A detailed plan with a map, several interviews to include neighborhood layouts, beer styles, beerly events will be needed before a trigger can be pulled on where, when, and how a condo can be purchased. No cactus shall be left unturned. I have to know these things. The other details, such as food and shelter, we can work that out. Now, I like big beers, I cannot lie. So off to Texas, I will fly. All right, here I am at Cactus Land Brewing with Dustin Teague. He's been so kind to put up with me. I appreciate it because I'm just a big nobody trying to be a somebody these days. So thank you for putting up with me, Dustin. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This is one of the nicer places I've been to, I got to say, man. I've got the intro video. Hopefully you guys have seen that. I just wanted to know, I see that you've got your slogan is diverse beer for diverse people. Hopefully you can see that in the background. Where'd you come up with the slogan?
So about 7 years when we started, 7 years ago, I guess just kind of wanted to create a place that was for everybody, you know, a community type place. And so we didn't want to limit ourselves to one type of demographic or one type of beer drinker, or somebody doesn't like beer, you know. We've got wine, we have cider, we have a little bit of something for everybody. So we see anything from city people to country people to, you know. So,
all kinds. Yeah. I like it a lot.
And we make all different styles of beer. We don't limit ourselves to one style. So I know some breweries are heavy on sours or heavy on IPAs. We kind of do a little bit of everything. So.
Right. And there's all kinds of different breweries. I know you guys have a lot of events here, but I see I got a flight. What is this one?
So that's going to be the Sausage Dog. That's our
Sausage Dog.
Yeah, that's our Vienna style lager. So it's a German beer. Vienna in German means Wiener.
So I didn't know that, so I've learned something today. Thank you.
Yeah.
And one of my questions is always, can you add some interesting fact or detail about beer? So there it is. Thank you.
That's going to be a very clean, crisp, like a little bit of malt backbone to it. Real light.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Nice. So what got you guys started? What got you into it? How'd you get started into this?
So I started home brewing about 10 years ago and started entering competitions. My wife and I had got jobs in Houston, and that's where I fell in love with home brewing. And moved back about a year later, and that was about the time all the breweries were popping up in San Antonio, and thought, hey, I could do this. And family had some land out here, and so we were able to make it work.
So you won a couple competitions, and you thought, well, we can get this started. Right, it was almost started like a hobby.
Yep, right. It was a hobby for sure.
It was a hobby?
Did the Mr. Beer kit, you know, like everybody else.
Right.
Went to the Bed Bath & Beyond and got one of those things. And, then slowly just started buying equipment. And
a little bit here, a little bit there, got a little better at it,
Before you knew it, I think I had $3,000 or $4,000 worth of homebrew equipment in my garage. So that flies. Really.
He's bugging me, yeah. Now, so you went to Texas Tech, right? How did landscape architecture, did that help you I noticed the landscaping around here is pretty cool. Did that help you get into it? Did that propel you towards it? I mean... maybe,
yes
maybe
and
not?
no. Yes and no. I mean, I think a lot of design type of degrees or
That's nice.
I think a lot of design degrees, you know, people are very what's the word, like OCD when it comes to things, and
Okay.
so you kind of have to be that way in brewing because you have to be very clean, and so that's probably something that has helped me because in design you have to be very
Detail oriented.
Detail oriented.
Detail oriented. So the landscape architect helped you be the being detail oriented helped lended you to the brewing.
Correct. Yep.
Part of it.
I needed something. I always have to have a hobby, so I needed something to do to get my mind off of work, and
Right.
that was it. And so after 10 years of doing landscape architecture, I kind of got tired of sitting at the desk and
Right.
started.
And if you're gonna have a hobby, making beer. I mean, what could be better than that?
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been much better than like making cocaine or something, right? I mean, it's way better. So what is this one here? What we got here?
That is our Kolsch.
Kolsch, okay.
Yep. Another German-inspired lager beer. Well, Kolsch is kind of a hybrid, but just a light, easy.
Oh, that's
drinking beer.
lighter. Kind of gets in your nose faster.
Yeah.
That's. I was kind of. Oh, it's got a clean kind of aftertaste too. That's nice. A Kolsch, interesting. As long as none of your beers taste like green beans, we'll be okay. All right. So do you have? I always ask everybody. Yes, not everybody has a good answer. I mean, because sometimes this kind of lends. It comes through in the brewer, in the beers. Like I went to a small place in Frankfort, Kentucky, and the brewer was really quiet, really laid back. He was kind of a musician, big beard, big long hair. You know, he was that guy, right? They only had like 3 beers. The beers were fine, clean, and good, but they were really subtle. Very small place. It's kind of an example of, what I'm getting at is an example of how the brewer came through in the beers. He was kind of laid back and subtle and quiet, and the beers were, which is fine. Do you have a beer philosophy? Is there such a thing, do you think? If not, that's fine, but do you have one?
Yeah, I mean, definitely all the beers that we make here are beers that I want to drink, you know, that everyday type of beers that I like. We don't do anything.
That is really good, man.
We don't do any Belgian beers just because I'm not a big Belgian fan. Not saying they're not good beers. It's just that's not my go-to beer.
Everybody gets to have a thing they like and don't like. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, I mean everything you're drinking is stuff that I
That you like.
So, yeah.
Right. I have been to a couple places and they make things that they don't even like for some of their other clients, I guess. I don't know why you would do that. But anyway.
And then we're heavily influenced on German styles, but also kind of a twist with Mexican-American styles too. So
Obviously, we're in close to San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
How can you not have some Mexican flavor here?
Yeah.
And it is Cactus land, right? So, all right, that's cool. And all right, so we're going to the third one. What is this one here?
That's going to be our Texas Juice. It's a hazy IPA. We do different iterations of it all the time with different hops, different yeast, so it just really depends.
That is so different than the other two.
Yeah. That particular one's going to be up front, it's a little bit bitter, but still kind of...
And that flavor, like that aftertaste, lingers for a lot longer than the other ones.
You get a little bit of citrus and lemony kind of characters to it.
I think I like the Kolsch the best so far, but this is good. Like nothing's bad. It's hard for me to find a bad beer, obviously. But that's a... All right. So, now you guys have been here since 2016, right?
So we're established 2016.
That's Becky in the background. That's Dustin's better half. Erica, I'm sorry. My bad. I've been calling her Erica the whole time. I don't know where Becky came from. I'm sorry. You guys have any future plans? Expanding other locations? I mean, anything like that? Or are you just trying to grow, trying to be here?
Yeah, this is our kind of bread and butter, pride and joy right here. So this is where we're planning on staying.
Right.
But yeah, we started 2016 working on the place, and then January 2017 was when we had our grand opening. And every year we do anniversary parties. So we have one coming up August 3rd and 4th, I believe it is. So.
Grand opening, big party coming up 3rd and the 4th, huh? Okay.
It's typically was in January, but we've moved it to the summertime just to January's kind of unpredictable when it comes to weather, so we know that it's going to be hot and sunny in July and August.
You know you can make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we already had one little detail. What is another interesting fact or something you can teach me about beer that the rest of the people, us novices that don't brew beer for a living? Or what is some challenge that you've had? Tell me a challenge that you've had or a mistake you've made.
I made a ton of mistakes. No, if you don't make mistakes, you ain't learning. But yeah, no, I think the biggest thing that people don't really understand is the difference in ales and lagers and what it takes to make it an ale or a lager. You know, I mean, lager is a different yeast. It's fermented at a lot colder temperatures. So you have to have the correct equipment for one to be able to do that in South Texas because we have really hot summers here. So and people love to drink lagers here, so that's primarily the most beer that we style every brewery.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there a challenge with, I know because I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, the water's pretty good there. A lot of limestone, that's why so much bourbon's made there. Do you have a challenge with the water here?
We do, yep. So the water here sucks. It's very hard. And so we have an RO, reverse osmosis system, that filters everything out. Then we add all of our minerals back in.
Oh, interesting.
At the beginning, while we're mashing in, to replicate the style of beer that we're trying to go for.
Oh, so that's a real challenge. So that's one of your bigger challenges in this area.
Yep.
Is the water being a challenge, I
Yep.
suppose.
There are some breweries that do use just water straight out of the tap, but we think you can make better beer if you start from scratch.
All right, so what is this one?
That's going to be our Schwarz beer. So that's our newest beer that's going on tap. It's a dark German lager.
Oh, that's much better than I thought it was going to be. I usually don't like dark beers.
A little bit of roast.
That's coffee.
Yep,
a little bit
coffee in it, but yeah, there's a roasted grain, some chocolate malt in there.
All right, so I'm going to try that one. I'm going to drink that. This is the one that's the most interesting, but it's last. Look at this. What's on the top there?
So that's a chili salt, and that's our top selling beer. It's called Lucas.
Oh, well, that's perfect for the Rick Lucas channel. Yeah. Is it going to blow my face off?
No, it's not spicy at all. Like the chili salt is a little sweet, little salty.
Oh, that is way better than I thought it was going to be.
So it has coriander and sea salt in it. So it's brewed like kind of like a Goza style beer, but without the sourness.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. See, but my nose is so big, I'll be walking around with the red stuff on the end of my nose if I'm not careful. You'll know how drunk I am if I don't notice the red stuff on the end of my nose.
Yeah, people get it all over, and they ask for more extra dressing.
Right, they'll be calling me Rudolph.
And we have a pickle version, a lime version, a grapefruit version, a watermelon version, and a mango version.
Wow, that is really interesting. That's really good. That's better than I thought it was going to be. It's really interesting.
The Kolsch is your favorite?
I think the Kolsch is my favorite, though. I think so.
Yeah, we also have a blonde ale that's our number 2 selling, top seller.
Well, do you have anything that you want to add? Anything coming up? I mean, some story about getting a brewery up that was a challenge or something that makes you guys even more unique than you really are? Do you want to add?
So the building that we're sitting in right here was built in probably late 70s, early 80s, and it's about 800 square feet. And the brew house set right where we're sitting right here. So the little pads that you see on the ground, that's where our original one-barrel brew system was.
Really?
And then we had a wall. You can see the wall there, which is where all of our tanks were lined up, and that was like a little bedroom. So this used to be like a hunting cabin where people could stay, and there was a bedroom and a bathroom. People did park their tractor in here. And then a little cabin over there where...
So this is your family's property? Because we're southeast of San Antonio. We're not that far, but at some point in the past, this was 35 miles away from the center of...
Yeah, I mean,
this was a distance away from San Antonio.
Yeah, we're about 25 minutes from downtown San Antonio.
That's a bit of a ride. So this would have been considered way out in the country.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is built in the 70s.
And then the building in the back where the brew house and the other bar and everything is, that's all we added on.
Now where you have the building that's over there, what is that? that building over there? That's in the intro video from before. You'll see that in the other.
The little cabin, yeah.
The little cabin over there. What's that?
Was the first building or house that was somebody used to live in it. They would go. They lived in Houston, I believe, and they would come out here hunting on the weekends.
Nice.
So they would stay there, and their family would.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Yep. And so right now it's yeah, it's storage, but it's going to be eventually more bathrooms and use it for like events and things like that.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's your main thing, and I guess you have like market days out here also. Is that kind of your thing?
Yep. On the first Sunday of every month, we do market days, and there's over 50 vendors that set up and sell, crafts and growing vegetables, you name it, honey, whatever. So,
right.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, Dustin, unless you have something to add, I know you're a busy guy. You've got stuff going on. You've got, I don't know, a wedding happening here in a second or something going on.
Yeah, I think it's a class reunion today. Yep.
All right, class reunion. So we will finish up and get out of your way. Oh, you have a Father's Day event coming up, right?
Yep, we sure do, yep. So June 16th, I believe is the date, is our Father's Day event. So it's a car show.
A car show Father's Day event coming up. Excellent.
We've got over 20 cars signed up already, 25 I believe. And so,
nice.
Bring the dads out and drink some
beer. You've got a dad beer coming out.
Yeah.
That is, I think this is funny. It's 2.8% because dads are boring.
Yep.
Right?
The label looks like a New Balance shoe,
just a basic dad beer.
Yep.
All right. All right, well, I appreciate your time, Dustin. The beers are good. Your place is beautiful. I love it. Thank you very much for your time, my friend.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Just got back from my latest beer adventure. I really stepped out this time. I went all the way to San Antonio. I'm looking for property there, and I got to make sure the craft beer, things are going well. I got to map that out. Had a great time checking out Cactus Brewing Company in Adkins, Texas. Dustin and Erica were super cool. They really were nice, showed me around. Did an interview with Dustin. I did screw up though. I called Erica Becky once or twice during the video. No real excuse either. I only had like 4 beers at that time. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, sorry Erica. But Cactus Land had a great property. I bet it's great for events, weddings, reunions, whatever you want to do. We had a lot of fun. They had a lot of great beers too, man. I think I did a flight, and I think that Kolsch was my favorite. They had a kind of like a honey lager. My buddy was with me. He did some time in the Army in Germany. He really liked a kind of a dark Schwarz beer. So they've got a lot to choose from. Their slogan is diverse beer for diverse people. So they really had a lot to choose from. If you can't find a beer that you like there, you're probably not trying. You know what I mean? Oh, I got some great swag. Check out the hat. Matches the shirt, right? So pretty cool. Got the Roadrunner on the back. Cactus Land on the front. So not bad. All right, big fan of that. And they got me some stickers, of course. This will be for the file cabinet, the keeper at home. Right, this will be for the beer fridge at home. And of course, this will be for the beer fridge at the office. Cactus Land. Yes, I have a beer fridge at the office. Don't judge, all right? So, they had several to choose from. It's a little bit off the beaten path. So if you go to check them out, they're only open on the first and the third weekend of the month. So go to their website. That's cactuslandbrewing.com before you go. It's a bit of a ride, but it's not that far. It's just southeast of San Antonio. So if you're in the area, but it would be great for like an event, a wedding, whatever. But it was a really great time. I appreciate those guys. They were really nice to me. So thank you, Dustin and Erica. Be sure to like and subscribe my channel. I'll be sure to have a link to their website in the description below. So check that out. So thanks, and I'll see you on the next beer adventure.